that the stream is functioning, because it looks like, I think we're working. I think we're functioning. I'm getting some weird glitches, but I could just be wrong. But are those glitches really a problem? Well, looks like I have good stability on my side, so hopefully that's it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing today. That's right. We are doing Titan Stars facing off against Burriana Gaming for our first matchup on the day. Hope you guys are ready for it. And I will never get used to how they do their switches back and forth here. Are we live? Is my stream totally busted? If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, and you can tell me if you're getting this, if the live is coming through, because it does seem like there might be a glitch on my end, and I really can't tell. What a hot start, as always, to our great Clash Royale action. Of course, this is these sets are not really best of 3. They just happen to be 3 sets. You can go and take a look at what the third set might be, as the viewers on the Spanish language broadcast are going through right now and choosing what that set's going to be. Yep, Casey, thank you. Casey's getting me. All right. So we actually do have a feed going out to YouTube and to Twitch, I think. So there we go. That's very exciting. How are you, Rich? Says Kebab. I am phenomenal. Just making that push. 96,533. Making that push towards 100K. Let's take a look at the group as it currently stands here in Group B. Titan Stars Alliance. 2 wins. 1 loss. Or 2 wins, 1 loss here? That's interesting. So then why is Shock in second place with 3 wins and no losses? Not really understanding that ranking system. I guess maybe the differential is the primary, and the points. I need to figure out what the heck is going on. 3 games played, 3 wins. Is it because they didn't win as many sets? You know what? I need to figure out what the heck's going on there. Well, I will go ahead and ask League Ops about that at some point, because it does seem like if you've won 3 matches that you should be in first place over a team that's won 2 of 3 matches. Let's take a look at our lineups for our first matchup. Titan Stars, led by Wallace, who is a world-class player and contender for this season. Bancito, Demas, and Will riding out the rest of that team. Very solid over on Burriana Gaming. And this is going to be an interesting matchup, because, I mean, Mao is probably the best-known player on here. Gobbo Light's been doing some stuff lately. Jorge and Cerdillo. And this should be in favor of Titan Stars, but that's why they got to play, because we don't know until it actually happens. And again, I am late on the transition. It's fine. So the lineups for set number 1, which is the dual the 1v1 or the 3v3 dual mode, right? Where first 2 play, then the next 2 play, the next 2 play, but that whole thing is dual mode, which is crazy. Bancito, Will, and Wallace up against Gobbo, Cerdillo, and Mao, which will be a fun little group. Surya saying the pink box is yet to be open. Let's open it today at any cost. No, not at any cost. The pink box does not just get opened on a whim, sir. Not on a whim. Something real has to happen. You know what I mean? Open the pink box on a whim. Can't even believe you'd ask. Honestly, I can't even believe that you'd ask for that. I thought we were on the same wavelength. Sharma. That's right, I'll last name you. Sharma. Well, we should be getting started here in any moment. Bancito has the first request. If someone wins today by 1 HP, you have to open it. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that, Marky. If someone wins by 1 HP today, I'll open it. I'll do that. That seems reasonable. Let's go ahead, and I believe we're just about ready to jump into our first set here. First set is going to be 3 versus 3 best of 1 draft duels, as I said. 3 BO1s, culminating in, of course, a team winning potentially 2-0 or 2-1. Both of those are possible. Smoke says, hey, Rich. King. Let's see. Not sure. A little delay here. There we go. Bancito does get the request up. So we should be into our first game here in just one moment. And, folks, speaking of great games, let me go ahead. I just realized I didn't create a page for this one. But I will. Let me... Oh, I didn't download that yet. Darn. Let's see. This game should be starting in a moment. Let's see if I can get this downloaded and show it to you guys before the game starts. No, the game has already started. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our action then. Here we go. Game number 1. Bancito versus Jorge. Let's go. Surya is trying to make easier and easier. No, we already agreed. 1 HP. We'll open it. And while this game is getting started, let me go ahead and prepare the thing that I wanted to prepare so that I can show you guys what's coming out probably, maybe tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then definitely by Sunday. I will be able to show you guys a little preview of what's coming up next. But for now, here we are in the match. Bancito looking like RG. And some thick miner from Jorge. Slava miner out of Jorge. Prankaj saying, hey, Slayton. Hey, how are you? The unknown man on Twitch saying, hi, Rich. Everyone's here hanging out on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Maybe Piggy's actually for Bancito with that flying machine. So first 90, shots fired both directions, and it is Lava Miner. Jorge opting to go to his strong lane rather than stick it out in the weak side. Chain Killer 08, I love you too. I hope that Chain Killer means that you play disc golf. That's what I hope that means. And that's going to be a nice flying machine. I think the top zappy goes to the flying machine of Jorge. And those Skelly drags coming up nice behind this skeleton king on the left-hand side. Mother Witch doing her thing. No miner from Jorge, choosing instead to just fight this one out. And a bird in the back. Piggy's down for Bancito. Arrows to clear. Piggy's all over the tower. That giant skeleton will probably escape, though. Whether it matters or not, yes, it does matter. Giant skeleton will escape, will get on tower. GG, well played. Bancito taking game number 1 for his squad. Barring a disconnect or something else crazy, he should be able to very easily secure this with 15 seconds left. But that's it. You can lava all you want. It ain't going nowhere. Chain Killer does not play disc golf. Everyone. Should Chain Killer play disc golf? The answer is, yeah, absolutely you should. Without question. It's great. JC the Penguin says, do you know whether Riley will play in CRL? I don't remember what he said. From what I know, let me ask right now. Right. Are you playing CRL this year? Let me ask. I'd let it be called Surya Bahai. That's how my fellow Indians address me. It'll be hard for me to remember that. The Bahai part. I'll try to remember that. It's just not in your name, so it'll be more difficult. But I'll do my best. Piggies and Giant Skeleton, which is one of the hardest to defend. Yeah, you should never be having to deal with that. Chain Killer, I qualify for the monthly qualifiers, but I can't play because I'm 15. Why is that a rule? Because of labor laws. Like, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that legally they can't deal with when you're under 16. So, yeah, essentially it's labor laws. And it's been the way for a long time. But keep doing it. When do you turn 16, Chain Killer? When will you be old enough to play in CRL? Will it happen this year? Will it happen between now and September? Next up's going to be Will versus Serdio. Kicking off here in just one moment. So keep in mind on all this, both players only playing arrows as their spell. So pretty much the majority of the spell library available for everyone. Hi, Rich. Say hi to me. Plox. You love CR. Gerardo. Hi to you. Surya Bahai saying we're going to hit 97K today. Maybe. That'd be exciting. We're a little low on viewership at 97,000. You have to get 500 subs, essentially, to get that today. But maybe. Who knows? Let's go jump into game number 2. Keep in mind, this is duel mode. With Titan Stars in control at the moment. Well, Chain Killer, get great this year and then kill it next year. Callum saying, any well-known pros in our second matchup today? Well, this first matchup has some good ones. Does have some well-known pros. And the place of Wallace is probably the best-known guy. Who's, I would say, he's certainly a top 20 guy. In our second matchup today, well, there is one very well-known pro. Shock-13's roster, Surgical Goblin, Titan, Chief Keef, and Lapakati. So, they're Shock-13 up against Evad Esports, which is safe, Grow Wiser, Sapolo, and Patu. So, Shock-13 certainly favored in that matchup. We'll see what happens. Lapakati, it's funny, they have the picture of him is so skinny on the promotional materials, but if you see him on Twitter at all, dude is ripped right now. He looks like he's auditioning to be a Marvel character. Royal Giant does a lot of work here for Edouard. Demas playing Flying Machine. Isn't that a... Didn't they just play Flying Machine? I did join. I'm checking with League Ops to see, but it does. I do think. Yeah, we're having some repeats here, folks. So I'm just gonna double check on both sides, but I believe that's going to be a loss for Demas. King of the Hill matchups asked by Kebab. I don't know if they've posted those yet. Let me take a look and see if they've actually posted the Koth. I think they picked the Koth lineups after the set is over. So we don't quite have those yet. Now let me go ahead and into the National League. Check out National League on Le Royale API. And yeah, this is just... I don't think that Demas understood the rules because he repeated most of the cards. Demas repeated Royal Ghost, Giant Skeleton, Flying Machine, Fisherman, Mother Witch, Zappies. Demas just repeated all the things. So someone must not have explained to him how the rules work, or maybe he just didn't get it. Maybe he just didn't pay attention. Everybody, read the rules to the things you compete in. Also, for those of you competing in CRL this year, the rules for CRL are available. It takes 10 minutes. Read the rules for CRL. Hey, Rich, what's going on? Hey, Sikbra, how are you? Repeats aren't allowed. No, Chain Killer, this is a dual mode matchup. It's a 3v3 best of one dual mode. So what that means is it's like a dual mode where it's 3 games, except for those 3 games are played by a different player from each team. So you have player A and B play each other, then player B and C and D, then player D and E play each other. But it's in dual mode, so you can't repeat. Hey, coming in hot here. Log Bay Eno saying nice glasses. That's right, I don't wear these ones very often. It's funny that you have the Dart Goblin because these ones have the wood inlay that makes them feel kind of like they belong on a Dart Goblin. You know what I mean? They're Dart Goblin-esque sunglasses. Guys, I I know most of you are probably already subs, but if you're new here, and not Twitch, if you want to sub on Twitch, great. San, is this pre-recorded? Yes. I knew you were going to say that, and then I pre-planned how to put this in when you would show up. So yes, it is pre-recorded. I'm just my level of prognostication is through the roof. Next game, Wallace versus Mal, the two heavy hitters coming in game 3 to see who can clutch up and win set number 1. We will see. It's unreasonable to ask for a 1 HP game. Could have been possible if Morton was here. Maybe. But I didn't ask for it. It wasn't my suggestion. But no pink case today. Look, if we hit... You know what? How about this? If we hit 97,000 today or a 1 HP game, I'll open the case. Probably neither of those will happen today. But those are possible. So if you know 468 people who you think would enjoy this channel, go get them. Let's go ahead. Get ready for game number 3, the deciding game between these two. Cameron Montana. Cameron Montana. Welcome to the chat, Cameron Montana. Hope you're enjoying it there in small town Montana. Apparently, in Arkansas, if you're under 16, you can now work because there was a law that rolled back child labor protections. Well, if you wanted to learn about child labor issues during your Clash Royale stream, it's there. Thank you, Cameron Montana. Chainkiller lives in Kentucky, though, so he can't play. E-Giant for Wallace. Mao rolling with Mega Knight Ram Rider. Archers will be the interesting question, and what's the building for Mao? Archers will do a lot of... I mean, this is... I don't know how E-Giant breaks through in this game. Between Ram Rider... I guess it's going to be a big question of a good NATO Golden Knight connection. Which is certainly possible. And you see that. Bird's going to get on tower here. No, nice bats. Who plays bats? Who in the world plays bats? I know he already had bats before. But just like, who plays bats? And E-Giant gets all over. Yeah, the NATO Golden Knight combination really levels the playing field here. Reaper Omega saying, host the CRL championships in Arkansas to avoid labor laws. Yeah, that's usually what we try to do here is dodge child labor concerns for a phone game. I've heard that's best practices. Golden Knight to the right, Inferno Dragon to the left, E-Giant high, Bird will die. Bird will not die. I was wrong. It'll die later. And then be reborn because it's a phoenix. And pretty big shutdown play by Wallace, who's taken very little damage so far. Very, very little. And Mao just don't know how Mao gets through here. And Reaper Omega with a base right here. Golden Knight NATO is a godsend for beatdown decks in this meta. Golden Knight NATO is what makes beatdown decks viable. Full stop. Beatdown decks I don't think are viable without Golden Knight NATO. Now trying something different. Mega Knight in front of the Ram Rider. He will not be able to get past this cannon here, though. But that Mega Knight leap does not splash on tower. Oh, that was really what I was hoping for. It was a little splashy. Can't get it done. Archer working on the Mega Knight. Mega Knight will do a little bit, but not even a lot here. Ram Rider. Archer's got split. NATO pulls him in. And this is feeling like the end, folks. This is feeling like the end. Chain Killer saying he wants a beatdown meta. Hasn't been one in very long. Chain Killer, how dare you? Learn to play disc golf. That's all I'm telling you. And that Inferno Dragon just got rezacked. Mao's Inferno Dragon placement really ain't it. Really ain't it. Oh, that's a cheeky NATO on that Ram Rider. GG, well played. Wallace gets it done for Titan Stars, who will take set number 1 on this beautiful Wednesday matchup. Let's go. Hey, 96,533. Does anybody know 467 people who might like this channel? Because if we can get all of them to sign up right to subscribe, we'll open the pink box. And you know what? I'll wear whatever's in the pink box for the rest of the stream. How about that? Set number 1 goes for TSA. Set number 2 is going to be 3 versus 3. King of the Hill. Rich, how does King of the Hill work? Oh, thank you for asking, person that I made up. Each team puts out 3 players. Each player gets just 1 life, and your goal is to win and knock out maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe all 3 of your opponents, the opponents of their team. But, of course, if you win, you stay on. If you lose, oh, you go out, and the goal here is for someone to win that best of 5 between those 2 teams. There you go. That's how King of the Hill works. Win, you stay on. Lose, you sit down. First team to eliminate the other 3 wins that set. And again, we are playing all 3 sets in both of our matches today because those set and point differentials do matter overall for the long-term standings. Man. I have... Oh, yes, the thing I was excited about. Everyone who's watching right now, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, you really should. If you... I said I'll wear whatever's in there. You don't know if it's glasses. It is gooder. So it's not like I'm spoiling that there might be some glasses in there. My word. Let me tell you guys, if those of you who have not yet subscribed to the channel on YouTube and haven't turned on notifications yet, you darn well should, because coming out either tomorrow or Friday, and you won't know if you don't have notifications on. Boom! The number 1 finisher on ladder from this season, Pedro, trade market, up against the number 1 player on the planet, Mohamed Light, a number 1 versus number 2. Isn't it fun to call Mohamed Light number 2? Isn't that fun to call Mohamed Light number 2? Top 1 versus top 2 from this season on ladder on a best of 5 mega draft mode on the channel exclusively on youtube.com/RichSlayton. And that'll be out tomorrow or Friday, but you won't know unless you're subscribed and have notifications on. You won't know unless you, I guess you come back and check all the time. But that's the best way to make sure you're the first person to see it. What a BO5. What a BO5. It's going to be so much fun. Going to be so much fun. Here we go. King of the Hill lineups. Demas, Bancito, and Will, because the other team banned Wallace, Serdio, Gabo, and Mao. There we are. Ultimate commentary. Devlop in the building. Mo 5-0, I can bet all my wealth on him. 5-0? Well, it's a best of 5, so the best you can do is 3-0. So you just lost all your wealth there, sucker! Let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 of this King of the Hill set. Praise says I come back and check. Well, at least you subbed. At least you subscribed. Here we go. Demas up against Serdio. And let's see if Demas does not have to worry this time about repeating cards. So congratulations, Demas, on that part of your life being slightly easier. Skeleton King out for Serdio. Demas responds with a different champion, Le Golden Knight. Why am I not finding Demas on the list of players here? Oh, is it because... No problem there. No connection for that Golden Knight. Mo is the one who knocks. Goated comment, for sure. Goated comment. Mo is the one who knocks. Someone go tell CRL Intel to make that meme. That seems like that's the thing they would make. So Bowler GY Freeze for Edouard. a.k.a. Serdio. Personal best legacy ladder for Serdio, 8162. Pretty significant. Does not have a lot of great performances in his career in competitive. This is a different set, Chain Killer. No one did repeat. Caterpillar Lips in the building with the hay. But back to Serdio. Made it top 64 in the 2022 qualifier for CRL. Has had some top 32 performances in the Snapdragon Pro Series. But certainly looking to find his competitive form overall. On the other side of things, Demas, of course, 8.5K personal best on Legacy Ladder. The Kazakhstani player got #1 at GameStars last year. Or in 2021, I guess it's been so long. #1 in GameStars 2021, so when you take a look at the competitive experience for Serdio, it's only about 5 items, whereas Demas definitely been a fixture in the semi-pro circuit for quite a long time. Did also make the No Tilt World Championship Finals back in 2020. Marky coming in with the hot news. Demas has 3 accounts with great finishes in ladder and global tournament. JC the Penman, odds that is, that's a good question. What would an odds maker set as the odds that Mo isn't world champion this year? That's a hard thing to balance. Hard to set those odds. I'm sure some bookmaker could do it. Praise calling Demas the best Mega Knight Wallbreakers player of all time. Whereas Surya Bahai saying completely Serdio's matchup. Whereas Callum right before that said good matchup for E-Giant. And Butters on Twitch asked, what is a Hugador? That means player. I'm all over these comments today, folks. Freeze in on the right-hand side. Graveyard with the arrows. Gets a decent little bit of damage, and these skellies on the left-hand side really open up 2 lanes right now for Serdio, a.k.a. Edouard. NATO pulls all that in front, not going to do much. Demas just can't break through here. Finding no way to do it. Got to hope for a big E-Giant NATO Golden Knight push, but there's no Golden Knight. Doesn't matter. Tower on the right hand down. GG, well played. Chain Killer says this matchup goes either way. Boom. Let's take a look at the chat. Is Mo playing today? No, Mo is not playing today, but our second match of the day does feature another one of the all-time greats in Surgical Goblin. So there you go. You'll get your great fix, don't you worry. Take a look at the matchup. This is King of the Hill, so there's no problems with repeating cards this time around. Demas going E-Giant. Not able to make it happen here against Graveyard Freeze. Oh, hey, brother. All right, let's do it. GOI doing what GOI does best. Yes, absolutely. Mo played yesterday in the National Series. Yes. Will you open the pink box today? I will open the pink box today if either there's a 1 HP game or we make it to 97,000 subscribers. And right now we're at 96,534. So we have a lot to go to make it to 97,000. Bart Boro saying, for once, love your glasses. Usually you don't love them? Are you saying usually you don't? Hurtful. Let's go. King of the Hill, game number 2. Serdio still on the board. Up against Bancito. Archers split. How many times have there been a 1 HP game since Caterpillar Lips? I don't know. I've played a ton of 1 HP games. I'm sure everyone here has had a 1 HP finish or more in their Clash Royale lifetime. Bancito just trying to load up opposite lane away from that flying machine, away from the Lava Hound and the flying machine pole. Was the separation enough here? He has to control the flying machine and the Skeleton King. Those archers, those ain't it. Miner gets out. Yeah, oops, oops. And that's it. That's the game. That's the game right there. Bancito has no elixir. He's going to lose this tower. GG. He ain't coming back from this, I don't believe. Even the Mighty Miner can't do it. Bart Boers, doubling down on his glasses criticism. Doubling down. Usually does not like them. For once, he likes them. My whole life is ruined. Much like this game has been ruined for Bancito. Edouard, a.k.a. Serdio, looking like he might go 2 up, 2 down here and has a chance for a King of the Hill sweep for Burriana Gaming. William Becom saying this used to be a Mega Draft channel. William, you wait until after this game and I have an announcement for you. How about that? Small announcement. There is a big announcement coming soon. I can't talk about it yet. There's a big announcement coming soon, still in the works. These goblins won't do much. I mean, they'll stop the flying machine for a minute. Arrows for the wall breezies. Miner to the inside. Miner poison, that's cool. I don't think this deck needed wall breakers. I think Bancito playing wall breakers in this deck was a miscalculation. Because the mortar version of this deck is by far superior. By far superior. Even I'm okay with the mortar version. You understand what I mean? The mortar version is vastly superior to the wall breakers version. GG, Serdio. Up 2-0. And while maybe it was never in doubt, we do know it certainly wasn't in doubt after the real rough play I'm about to show you guys right here. Boom. After this real rough play, there you go. And this was you see the Lava Hound go down that left-hand side. And he tries to go hard on the right. Look at this. The Mighty Miner, there's an Archer. Here comes some Goblins. Archer does get not protected by the Goblins that go around to the wrong side, so the Archer doesn't even work on the flying machine or the tower all that much. And then check this out. He plays Archers again and does not have the Miner in front of them in time. They both die. And at that point, it's just like, hey, brutal. Whole thing. Let's see. Wallbreakers are to bait out arrows and get Archer's value. Sure. Sure. Then why weren't Wallbreakers in the decks that were like top of the ladder over and over again? Behen Kalaura saying, is this a rerun? Yeah, yes, it's a rerun. It's not happening right now. This is totally different timing. Silk Bra, congrats to Slayton Jr. II. Thank you very much. Oh, before we jump into our next game, folks, I told you that there was going to be an announcement. Some of you already saw this, but William Beacom. William Beacom, tune in tomorrow or Friday for the #1 finisher this season's ladder against the #2 finisher this season's ladder. Actually, like the #1 and #3 finisher against the #2, 7, and 9 finisher on ladder. Because both these guys had multiple accounts in the top 10 this season. Well, they're playing a BO5 Mega Draft that will come out either tomorrow or Friday. Let's get it. Wait, he said, all right, I don't watch reruns later. This is all happening live. The guy doesn't know sarcasm. But you know what? That's fine. I didn't need you anyway, man. Well, Marcus debate out the archers didn't work. Yeah. Let's see. Can't wait. Mo's gonna win. He wins against most people. It's a strong prediction you make there. Good deck picks from Serdio. Yeah, he's doing pretty well so far. Bart Bro still loves me, despite my sunglasses making him sick to his stomach, I guess, is what I'm gathering from his reaction. Prediction, Wallace reverse sweep. Wallace is banned from this set, so he can't reverse sweep. Prediction wrong. Do I think minor poison will be balanced if archers and goblins get nerfed? Maybe. Maybe. You, sir, are the one who doesn't get sarcasm. Oh, I got played. I got played. Yes, but I can't read sarcasm through a message. You know what I mean? I can't hear their tone of voice. Marky backing up the sunglasses. Rahul saying, should I make 500 accounts and subscribe to see what's in the box? Rahul, yes, but only if those 500 accounts will also end up watching the things that watching my channel, so that it doesn't hurt my watch time numbers for all the things. You know what I mean? You are so funny. I used to be professionally funny. Now I'm fine. Let's see. Archers are OP. Yes. Poison is broken as a 3-card cycle. Probably true. Oh, what the heck? Will versus Serdio. Will didn't send the request. So 3-0 set for Burriana. King of the Hill sweep. There you go. Well, Serdio gets a free sweep here. Chainkiller saying Pedro will clap easily against Mohammed Light. Will clap easily against Mohammed Light. Surya saying Pedro will have a chance if he snatches minor from Mo. That's true. Let's see. Personal question, so you don't answer if you don't want to. Are you happy with your career as a commentator? In what context? Am I happy with how my commentator career is going, or am I happy with this as being my career? So go ahead and clarify, and I'm happy to answer the question. Make champions cost 1 extra elixir on the second ability. That's cool. I see why that would be funky to implement, but it's a cool idea. Delete minor poison mortar from the game. Says beatdown player. Sarcasm takes emotion. Yes, it does. Well, I guess we're waiting for our third set, which is going to be another 3v3 BO1. Adam Villalobos saying favorite brand for disc golf. Well, for a long time, it was Innova, obviously. Demas versus Minimao would be the final one. Oh, Wallace is not playing the third set. Demas is playing? Fascinating. For a long time it was Innova, and I still have some Innova in the bag, right? I have a Nate Sexton Firebird in the bag. I have a Champion Roadrunner in the bag. I'll always carry a DX Rock in the bag. I'm playing a lot of Discmania right now. So playing a lot of Discmania at the moment. I carry 2 essences, one regular essence in the 170s, one meta essence in the high 160s, like the Nate Perkins meta essence. I also carry I don't carry any MVP right now, although I might try it out now that my whatchamacallit. Hold on one second, folks. Where is that? Now that Simon Demas has got the request up. Now that Simon Lazat's with MVP, I might try MVP because he's my favorite player. Let's see. Do we have gameplay yet? I have some Latitude 64, or I have some Latitude in my bag. I throw a gold plastic maul for my long turnover shots. I have a full tilt, which is the old Simon Lazat disc in my bag as well. So yeah, there you go. Opinion on 2.6, let it go. That's my opinion. Happy with how your career's going, happy with doing the job. I enjoy the job a lot. I would like to get some more opportunities outside. I'd like either if there were more CR, right? It was really fun when CR was, when I had 60 days of CR cast in a year, and now it's about half that. So I'd love it if there were either more CR or the ability to do more other games. I'd like to cast other games as well, more frequently. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's pretty cool. Do I play CR at all? That's a weird question. It's a very strange question. Piggies to the right. Fireball. Let's see. Fireball, Skeleton King, and Mother Witch. JB, Matthews, 7,500 trophies now. Close at the pro. Not at all. Tell your nephew to push ranked. Regular trophies are irrelevant to anything now. They are no longer a thing to be discussed with any in terms of any skill level. They're like a prerequisite to having some level of skill, as opposed to indicating skill. But ranked is how you evaluate someone now. 2.6 is high skill. Not really. Did I open the pink box yet? No. I guess you could say 2.6 is high skill now because the deck's bad. It's not a good deck anymore. But, oh boy, Mao just running through this first match. Mao just runs right through it. Is Marvel Snap still a thing, or did it just die out? No, it's not. It did not die out. It's still a thing. I just put up a new video for Marvel Snap on my other channel a couple days ago. I streamed it on Twitch a couple days ago as well, and I'm working on 2 new videos for Marvel Snap this week. At least one, hopefully one of them will come out on Friday. And Dima's just in trouble. GG, well played. Game number 1. Let's go back to the chat here for a moment. Given that they buffed minions 2 balances ago, Archers of Fire characters last balance, what are the odds that they buff guards next balance when they're all particularly weak to arrows? Interesting question, interesting theory. The hardest part about CR is being consistent. Outplay a near perfect one match, complete choke the next match. Dude, that is the most real thing. That is that's the real about Clash Royale. Consistency is without question the hardest part of this game. JB says, thanks, love your channels, I'm easy 6K. Hey, wherever you are in your Clash Royale journey, enjoy it, right? Like, I have not yet pushed 7,500 just because I don't have time. I'm at 72 something right now, I think. I just need to sit down and finish the push of 75. I have a new kid. I haven't had time to do anything. You know, my baby boy Slayton 2 is 3.5 weeks old. And I just like I haven't put that. I know that it's been out for longer. I just haven't had time to do it. But I'll finish out my 7.5K push soon. But it doesn't matter, JB. And however you enjoy this game is how you should enjoy this game. That's the great part about it. If all you want to do is play 2v2 with a buddy and like do meme decks, do that. If you want to push high rank, do that. Take from the game what you want. Let's see. Last time 2.6 was as good as 2017. Yep. Mother Witch is a big menace if you have no response. Absolutely. Weird seeing both players run Mother Witch for some reason. Strange. Never thought about it that way. What is your favorite deck in your opinion? Right now I'm playing this Pigs Mortar EQ Cycle deck that Morton did a video on recently. It's like the same core decks that make every good deck right now, right? The same core cards. Goblins, Mortar, Mighty Miner, Archers, Log. It's like the same cards that make every good deck. And then they also have it's like Piggy's EQ instead of Minor Poison, basically. Let's go ahead and jump into the next game. Oh! What's the worst deck for you? I will always hate Golem, even if it's bad in the meta. Caterpillar Lips. I play Marvel Snap. I didn't need a Marvel Snap channel. Yeah, my second channel that's been my experimental channel for a long time. I do put some Marvel Snap content up there, and it might become an exclusive Marvel Snap channel. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, here, for those of you who are into Marvel Snap content, or just want to support in general, here is my second channel. You can check that out. That channel is now at 328 subs. So it's new. Sorry, Rich, I don't think I can watch it after knowing you play Mortar. Yeah, well, I like witty. You know what I mean? This is interesting. Burriana Gaming, like, could win this match. like, really could win this match, which would be kind of an upset here and a big problem for Titan Stars. Fireball plus all in here at the bridge. Minute 20 left in regulation, and so far so good for both players. Amelie saying, hey Rich, this has been a Wednesday night highlight for me watching every single stream so far. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well, we have some more fun stuff coming up very soon, some big announcements. Just finalizing details, and once they are finalized, you guys will be the first ones to know. I will answer some more questions in a minute. Let's go ahead and dial on the gameplay. For just a little bit here, folks, Bowler, who's basically a purple magic archer now, with how far that rock goes. Nice connection. RG should get through this, I think, for one. Do the archers stop it? They do not. RG does connect. Reflection game strong. Piling on right now is Bancito. All of that in front just to create problems and distract. RG now trying to get past. Can it do it? Fireball opens up the lane. RG going to get one, maybe two, just one. And now Royal Giant opposite direction from Edouard. Who runs Bowler Royal Giant? What is this, 2018? And still off meta? Bowler RG connects 2092 to 1284, 1 minute 36 seconds left. Edouard, a.k.a. Serdio, has not had the competitive success and experience of many of his peers here, but today, a real shot at being MVP if he wins this one here. But can he hold off against the onslaught and get damage back after picking Bowler RG as his deck choice for this one? High archers getting some protection, enough to get the Phoenix off the board. Minute 4 left. Lightning in. That's a valuable lightning. 53 seconds left. And now the door's starting to maybe open for Edouard. He has to make 2 really good defenses left. Did not protect the archers. That's going to be a problem for him. And that Bowler gets wrecked. Fisherman creating just serious issues for Serdio this whole time. Losing bridge fights. Now Fisherman plus Hunter. Lightning trying to find some purchase. Can't do much of anything. And the Phoenix even respawns on that. Bowler. Phoenix on the RG. Needs to NATO this back. No, gets the tombstone down. Now has to NATO out to the tombstone. Takes the RG shot. His RG gets in. Can Lightning make this happen? 1 RG shot. Fishboy. 2 RG shots. The Lightning won't be enough. GG. Well played. Needed to get in front of that second Fisherman. The Fisherman work by Bancito was on point. And we're going to game number 3 here, folks. We're going to game number 3. Let's go. All right, let me look at the chat here for a minute. What do you think the highest and lowest skilled card is? Lowest skilled card is whatever card my opponent's playing. Highest skilled card is whatever I'm playing. Looking at the matchup here. Let's take a look at the chat for a second. I saw some questions here. If Ice Golem is your favorite card and Golem's your least favorite card, how do you feel about Elixir Golem? Elixir Golem is usually just dumb, and I love playing it. It's usually free wins. Andrew Vivian, hey Rich, recently found your channel and looking for CR Esports info. We're going to find a good schedule for what, oh, wrong page, for what and where to watch all the events that lead to Worlds. That's a great question, Andrew, and those will all be on the Clash Royale Esports main YouTube page. But most of your Clash Royale Esports information can be found at the official Clash Royale Esports YouTube webpage right there. esports.clashroyale.com, which will have the majority of your. Oh, that actually did not. I just sent you to a page error. Hold on. Let's go to news. Here we go. Actually, I'll send you directly to the CRL 23. Everything you need to know. Here we go. This one will get you all the everything you need to know is right there. Let's go to game number 3. Smurfblade saying the perfect example of why meta RG decks need Fisherman. I think you're right. Flying Machine is secretly broken. Yes, especially in duels. I don't know what this 53-year-old thing keeps coming up in the channel, but cool. Have I finalized a name for Rich Jr. too? Yes, but I don't share my kids' names on stream and stuff. I let them have their privacy. So Will has to clutch up here, especially after throwing in the King of the Hill set by not showing up. I'm really surprised by some of the choices here for this team in this set. And one Zappy distracted by the Goblins will help a little bit. RG going to go boom, boom. Left-hand tower down to 1734. So right now, Will in a good spot. Scotty saying, why so many RG and Royal Hogs decks? For a couple of reasons. One is they're really good decks overall. Number 2 is that you're able to build both of them. Since you have to do a dual mode set, right? You have to put a vary stuff. They're just both. You can find ways to build the 2 decks without competing, as you can see. But yeah, they're both really solid meta decks that you can build in a dual mode set. That's why you see some of them. Does he? No, yes, only 4 elixir. Hunter will clean up most of these pigs, but then turn into one, which is a real problem. Does he reflect here? Decides not to because Fishboy does his job. Good patience there by Will. And now he'll go ahead and reflect. But the Zappies will prevent that from being too powerful. There you go. Fireball on the Zappies. Will doing a great job here. He really does owe his team a lot after throwing King of the Hill with his no-show. Can he do this for another 2 minutes? That's the real question. Monk is straight up MVP in this game right now. Oh, this might also be a, I don't know if this set was duels or just was King of the Hill. King of the Hill and duels don't function. I think this is the 3v3, 1v1v1, which is duel mode. This is not King of the Hill. Piggies will do some damage. Mother Witch, the sound of the Mother Witch is so weird. This must not be dual mode because I think they're just, yeah. This is just regular 3v3. The wheel's starting to come off here for Will a little bit. Will really wants to get this conversation back out of the other lane. But Jorge really has a shot at changing things. RG now into this right-hand lane. Fireball going to get on a Zappy and on a Flying Machine. Will clutching up. Will makes up for the mistake, clutches up, and wins the match for his team in the final game of this best of 3. Well done, Will. Very well done indeed. Jorge's deck looks like a touchdown deck. It's actually really funny. Legitimately funny. All right, let's look at the YouTube chat here for just a moment. Let me catch up with some of what I missed. Is anyone casting group stage before monthly finals? Yes. Oh, yes. You're talking about Clash Royale League. Yeah, I'm going to be casting some of it on Sunday. Titan Stars use RG all 3 games. Yes, they did. Will we ever see you play is the question, Rich. I don't like people watching me play, to be honest. Even in my clan, there's a rule of don't watch Rich play. Just let me play. I don't like being watched while I play. Let's see. Oh, you're 53 years old, Bart. Oh, that's why you don't have the sunglasses. Got it. But I'm glad you like CR. You know what I mean? Why all CR streams start so late as per IST? It's 2:20 a.m. right now. Well, these streams started a good time for me for this. Like, this competition is not based on the Indian participation and viewership. But CRL streams will be starting very early in the morning my time, which means that they will still be in the afternoon and evening for India. So don't you worry. CRL will be much better viewing time for you when it happens. Is Hoon playing today? No Hoon today, but hopefully some Hoon soon. Soon the Hoon Loon. What's your favorite card sound? Maybe the giant skeleton, because my oldest son will make it sound. He's like, like he giggles and then makes the sound of the giant skeleton. That's probably my favorite. Is Mighty Miner bait still good? Not really, according to Riley. What's your clan name? Fat Fingers 2.0. Adults only, please, and be cool. That's the main rule. Be cool. I love when friends watch me all BM together. I hate it. I hate being watched. What deck have I been playing? I'm playing that Hoggy's Motorcycle deck. Sometimes I like to look at the reflection of your sunglasses and see your setup. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. One of these days I can set up like a second camera and I'll show you guys. I can do like a tour. I can't take my camera off the thing there, but I can set up like a second camera as a remote camera and do like a tour. Right now my office is real messy. So I would not do an office a setup tour today because of how messy my office is. Oh, I should adjust the overlay for our second match. I never even adjusted the scores here. I'm just terrible, man. All right, match number 2 today is going to be between Evad Esports and Shock-13. And I'll give you the lineups here in just one moment as soon as I get this overlay done. Please hold. And Shock-13. Let me go get their logos. Their low logos to load in to their positions. And then you know what? Then I'll answer any questions you have as we wait for our next match to start. We'll do a short impromptu AMA. You know what I mean? Which is basically what my streams are anyway. Evad Esports. Where are your... What's Evad? Evad. There you go. Let's put you into the overlay. Boom. And then let's go ahead and put Shock-13. I'm very curious about what these different esports orgs are. And let's go ahead and I will export that. And boom. Now we're updated for our next one. Cool. All right. Now let me come back and talk to you folks as we prepare for our next matchup. Let's see. Do I know when the next battle change will occur? I don't. I might, but I don't. Just dawned on me you could be in Harvard with a 171 on the LSAT. Well done, Rich. Thank you very much. Yeah, I could have gone to a top 10 law school. I chose not to. I think it was the right call. But, you know, maybe I would have been happy doing that. I think Shock-13 is SKC's secondary team because that's some strong players. Maybe. Let's see. Balance changes are always announced at the end of the month and put in the game in the beginning of next month. Yeah. How long are you and Mrs. Slayton together? We've been married for 10 years and together for 14? 13? 14? Something like that. Coming up on, 14 years. Actually, we've been married 11 years. Our wedding anniversary is coming up very soon. We've been married almost 11 years. That's why my math was off. There we go. We've been married almost 11 years. There you go. Current standings, or the standings coming into today, not counting what we just saw, I don't believe. Yeah. So here we go. Titan Stars just won, keeping themselves up there, although they went down to the wire, so that opens up the door here a bit for a great performance by Shock-13 to change the entire chemistry of this division, of this group. You know what I mean? Talk about the lineups for today. Evad Esports, Safe, Grow Wiser, Sapolo, and Pitu. Shock-13, Surgical Goblin, Titan, Chief Keef, and Lapakati. So, you know, some world finalists / champions on that team. But we'll see how they do. You never know until they get in there. Any given Wednesday. You know what I mean? Happy anniversary. Yeah, almost. Almost time. Amir Killer. Hello, how are you? Please don't kill any Amirs. I think Nerf Archer. I think you're probably right. We get some Wada. Ooh, I got some sparkly Wada here. What other questions do you have since we're here? What other questions do you have for your fearless caster? I'll take them. Yeah, and back to Develop's thing about the 171. That was a bad day, too. I messed up that day. I should have gotten like a 174 to 176. So, yeah. And then I didn't go to law school. And again, this is their secondary team. Yeah, crazy. What are my ideas on new cards? We should get more of them. Like, what would be a good new card? I don't know. Any merch yet? No, not yet. But I'm researching. Here's the thing, right? Is I don't want to put out bad merch. You know what I mean? Like, and I want the design to be cool, and I want the actual item itself to be a nice item, right? Like, I've had hats before that I was like, this hat is trash, right? So if I put stuff out, I want it to be of high quality, both in terms of the design and the fit and feel. So there you go. But merch might come. I have to figure out how to make merch that works, that I don't have to like manage. I don't have to order like it myself, right? How do I make all that stuff work in a way where you get a good quality product, but I don't have to manage it? Favorite card apart from the Iceman, Magic Archer. When will be the next game? Very soon. Have I been to Egypt? No, but I really want to go. I really want to visit Egypt. But there's like a bunch of travel advisories for the U.S. for Egypt right now. But I do really want to go. You really hate Expo. Do I hate Zebo? Yeah, I don't like it anymore. Need to improve the rocket or not? No, let rocket stay dead for a little while. If it has CR stuff on it, you have to pay royalties. Well, it won't have CR stuff on it. No official CR stuff. It might be CR inspired. Thanks for the info on the esports. Andrew, for sure. And of course, a lot of stuff happening right here on the channel, Andrew. So glad to have you here for lots of fun Clash Royale esports stuff. Here we go. Take a look at the lineups. Shock-13. Surgical Goblin, Titan, Keef, and Lapokati, a.k.a. Lopkins. Man, I love the photoshops with these shirts on, people. Because I know these photos. I have these photos. But just without these shirts. So it's very funny. How do you make my deck with so many cards? Just get a good deck. Just copy a meta. Just play a meta deck, folks. Just play a meta deck. Don't try to be creative. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. You're not. The wheel's round. You know what I mean? You're not going to get better than round. So just play a meta deck. Caterpillar Lips. I think there should be more spells because there are 16 spells in the game. And an average deck has 2 spells. There should be 27 spells to have the same amount of choice. You know what? I like that. That's a good... You know what, Caterpillar Lips? I like that. There should be more spells. What would they do, though? What could they do? Do I think Mo could be a quest again? A quest? I've been playing Hog Archer's Firecracker, and it's almost going to be top 10K for the first time. Weirdly good. Yep. Thoughts about card level 15? My thoughts are the information on what it actually means hasn't been released yet, and I think that people will be much happier with what it means when they see the full picture. But there you go. I always invented a deck, and it always works. Oh, so you've pushed top ranked? Here we go. Game number 1. Let's jump on in. Did I try to play Fortnite? Yeah, I used to play a lot of Fortnite. I had like 100 or 200 wins or something in Fortnite. Mixture of solos, squads, and duos. When I switched to Apex. But maybe now that Fortnite's back to being just no build, maybe I'll try it again. Kisses, cool kid. Where does Safe rank out of players from Egypt? Is Safe like the 3rd ranked player out of Egypt? Obviously Mo, number 1. I would think Catgun is number 2, but I could be wrong there. Where is Safe top 5 Egypt? Probably. Or I don't know if there's a whole lot who have a lot of the other Egyptian players. Surgical Goblin running Hog Monk. People are saying, nope, we hate level 15, it's already bad. You don't even actually know what it is yet. I think that people will be surprised. I haven't taken a deck like this for a while from Safe. Yeah, Giant Night Witch is crazy. Not using the zap right there. Don't forget Saudi. That's right. Don't forget Saudi. Safe is my teammate and top for me top 4 in Egypt. And Giant Loon Night Witch Monk. Oh, what a zap. What a zap from Safe. Doesn't connect. That deserved to connect. You know what I mean? That deserved to hit. That was an ace level zap. Oh, that was almost a very nice play from Safe. It was a great idea. Giant Loon Night Witch with Monk. The Inferno Tower really clutch here for Surge. Oh, what a reflection. What a reflection. Are you kidding me? How many times have you actually seen a Monk reflect work like that? Safe had to know that was a bad call. You can't fireball a Monk on your side of the tower like that. I think that was partially Surge, the grid play, and partially Safe just forgetting that you don't do that with the fireball. Inferno Tower will not be reflected, but it will be tanked by that Monk for just a moment. Here we go. Night Witch sets up for Safe. Safe with a creative deck pick. Almost got a great connection on the left-hand side. Surgical Goblin with the Inferno Tower. Smart stuff. And another! Bro, stop throwing fireballs at Monks! What are you doing? It's like he just doesn't even think about what the Monk's going to do. It's actually wild. And this will stop all of that. Loon comes in. Inferno Tower will be played a little bit late, I think, here. No. Wait. No elixir for the Inferno Tower. Loon will hit once. Loon will hit twice. Not 3 times lady, though. Still, that puts Safe right back in it. Great read on no elixir. And now just trying to go hard opposite direction right now with Surgical Goblin. Can he connect? Hog Rider does not get it done. 409 to 1209. 800 HP between these two competitors. That fireball does not touch a Monk. And now Surge is trying to cycle and get these EQs down. Should be more than enough time. Log, EQ, GG, Well played. Safe, made it interesting, but Fireball on Monk twice. Twice? Yeah, twice. Come on, son. I just can't. He did it twice. I can't believe he did it twice. Doing it once was already a thing. Doing it twice, though? Bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's take a look. Let me take a look at the... Oh, yeah. Oh, they do put the decks up. Here we go. All right, so Fireball... Most of this not a problem being out for Evad Esports, right? You're not really... I mean, now no Monk, but not a lot of like meta Loon decks, meta Giant decks, meta Night Witch decks. So on one hand, and Zap, like a lot of cards that really aren't super important in the meta right now for Evad Esports. Surgical Goblin takes archers out, takes goblins out. Log, Hog, Monk. So the core of all the best cycle decks is now gone for Shock-13. Next up, Grow Wiser versus Titan. That will be interesting. Is it true that in World of Finals you'll play the game on a separate server? I believe so. Let's see. Fireball. Let's go take a look. Let me catch up here for a second. Waiting on our next matchup. They better send that request here pretty soon. Well, I might be meta. I don't know. Rich, your subs are rising just like most competition. Absolute slow. Yeah, I know. Well, this is a small. This is not a big stream today. Oh yes. There is a Tump over on Twitch. We are the primary streams on YouTube. Surge of the Great Inferno pick. Maybe I'll consider the Bomb Tower. Oh yeah, for sure. Inferno was huge. Let's go ahead and get into the game. How are they declaring game for Titan when they're already in game? Well, I'm gonna watch this game and see if they actually play it out or not. A spell that blocks their spells would be cool. Like, yeah, they talked about that, which is why they went with Monk instead of doing that like directly as an idea. For a dual setting, this deck makes a lot of sense. It makes more sense. That honestly, in my opinion, Smurf played that deck was not a game 1 deck. That would be a game 3 deck if you'd figured out a great snipe. That Loon trying to run, and that one does connect. How did that Loon got past a Flying Machine and Zappies? That got past a Flying Machine and Zappies. That's craziness. Scotty, please explain the rules of this tournament to me. Win more Clash Royale than your opponent does. I'll explain more during the break. Devlop, great to see you. Anthony saying that was me being creative. What, with the deck that the deck that Scott played? How did I become a co-commentator? Rich says, cool kid. Well, one way is begin commentating on your own channel and show that you got a high level. Or way number 2, which is most of my commentators. Most of my co's are either pros, former pros, or former or current coaches who've done it at a high level. So, you know, I've had, obviously, Julesy and Jebas have both been co-commentators with me on my channel. AC, before being a CRL caster, would come join me to do casting on my own channel. A lot of the pros have come join me here or there. But that's how. Hey, Caterpillar Lips, thanks for being here. Tom saying, I think people would have more interest in CRL's the other thing they talked about, the casual players. No, there's gonna be a announcement I can't make yet coming soon that I think will be very exciting. But competitions like the Queso Cups and the AMG Cups and things like that get hosted inside the game and get promoted on all different official channels. There's a lot. This just happens to be a smaller tournament. It's not one of the big events, but there'll be a lot of big non-CRL events that you'll be seeing all throughout the year. The best way to find those is either in the Esports tab or inside your app in the Esports tab, or following Esports at Esports Royale EN on Twitter. Piggies into a bomb tower. Flying machine all over the Muskie, though. Nice miner to control all of that. Really nice control here by Titan. Miner Muskaloon is just fascinating. Zappy's being tanked by the giant skeleton is huge. Snowball into the flying machine. That's one shot. That's two shots. And boom, that's three. Titan securing the set here for Shock-13. Let's go. All right. Back to the chatty. All right, Rich, by the end of the year, I'll be there with you. Slowly growing right now, but we'll pop off. Let me see it, dude. Let's see it. I'm excited to see that. Where are you from? I grew up in California. I now live in Texas. Hello, Juan Pena. Potosaurus Jr. Have a fun deck. Ice Golem, Bandit, Wall Breakers, Dark Goblin, Skelly Balloon, Flying Machine, Mirror, and Log. Like a base race deck. Interesting. Well, if you have fun, then you have fun. Let's see. Is Sweep on a team in this? I don't know if Sweep's in. I don't think Sweep's in this competition. I don't think he's playing this one. Oh, you can't pin an announcement. Let me try to pin. That's weird. Madi trying to be helpful over on. Can I pin that? Maybe it's because I have non-mod chat right now. I don't think I can pin that either. How do you pin an announcement? How do you even do that? What are the rules of this tournament? Oh, yes. Well, it's... Oh, let me go ahead and update the... Too many things happening, everybody. What are the rules of this tournament? It's a 3-set... Every match is 3 sets. The first set is 3v3 duels. So... Oh, my overlay disappeared. Let me try this again. First set is 3v3 duels. Which means that it's like a regular duel mode between 2 players, except for each game is played by a different member of the team. So Team 1A, Team 2A play, then Team 1B versus Team 2B, then if necessary, Team 1C versus Team 2C. Right, so that's the first set. Second set is King of the Hill, which is just as it's always been. Each team puts up 3 players. Each player tries to stay on as long as they can. And then the third set is voted on by the community, not on this channel, but on the Spanish channel. And they always play all 3 sets for point differential and stuff like that. So there you go. Let's see. Evad is in a band Titan in this next set. They're going to run Pito, Sapolo, and Safe. With Grow Wiser sitting on the sidelines. Let's see what Shock-13 is going to do for their order. Lapo, Surgical Goblin, and Chief Keef will be the order. Have I tried commenting other games? Yes, I've done some Apex. I've done a few other games, but mostly Apex is the other one that I've done. What's in the pink box? If we hit 97,000 today, I'll open it. Will Mega Draft be a part of CRL? No, at least not in the foreseeable future. Happy Holly. Surya Bahai, yes, same to you, sir. Oh, you pinned the normal message. Got it. It's not you can't pin the link. Got it. Okay. I support you. Let's see. First game of our second set should be happening pretty soon. P2 versus Lapo. Swolpacati. Lapa muscles. I think it has to be Swolpacati or like Buffacati. Do I stream all CRL stuff? Pretty much I'm mostly on my YouTube. This YouTube channel is all Clash Royale unless I have a sponsored video. Twitch, I stream other stuff. Like I do on Twitch, I'll stream CR stuff, but I also stream some Marvel Snap, things like that. So if you want to check out me streaming stuff that's not CR, Twitch is where I usually do that. And I actually play. Like I play Marvel Snap on stream on that Twitch. On Twitch. So there you go. And then my second channel where I do Whatchamacallit, where I do Marvel Snap stuff. You can see some other stuff there, too. Almost ready for our game. Thank you, cool kid. Let's go ahead and check out P2 versus Lopkins. I haven't seen Lapo play a competitive match in a long time. I'm very excited to see this. I'm not sure what his level is right now. Madi out there doing some twerking. I don't think I've seen Lapo. I'm trying to remember the last time I watched him play. I think I watched him play in 2021. So remember Lapo's rookie year. He had the best win rate of anybody in his rookie season. In that spring season of 2019. Put up like a 73% win rate, something crazy like that. It was wild. Siddharth saying, what does Hugador mean? Graphics says it's banned. Since Evad lost the first set, they get to ban either a card or a player from the second set. They chose to ban a player, and the player they chose to ban was Titan. It should just say ban Titan, not ban Hugador. But either way, there you go. It means player. Play, play. That's a good time to use that Monk Reflection. Really, really good use of that from P2. Needed to get the tankage and get the Mother Witch off the board. Nicely defended overall. Piggy's in. Is Fireball there? Yes, it is. I think the log was an unnecessary choice there. Fireball was back in cycle. Eat that little bit of Piggy damage there. Instead, you've got Lapo able now to set up with a 2 elixir advantage. And he's just going to build this big push behind that 2 elixir advantage. The Flying Machine, will it get on the Monk in time? It doesn't. The Monk going to do a lot of reflection work here. And take the Monk is huge in this matchup. Because this deck for Lapo relies so heavily on the Mother Witch and the Flying Machine. And that is just shutting down some of that advantage. Lapo needs to stop cycling those in the back and giving time for the Monk to set up as the defensive play. Because he's really giving big advantages to P2 right now. And just not keeping track of the Fireball either. 16:46 to 21:37 with under 2 minutes to play. Yeah, don't even touch Flying Machine late. There we go. And look at that, Flying Machine on the bird. Now Lapo's starting to adjust here and think about getting his range troops onto things other than the Monk, really being more intentional with it. Fireball might have to come out here. No, Monk does get down. And smart by P2 there to play the Monk rather than the Fireball, because Fireball plays, it's Piggy's immediately behind that. The reflection still is so impactful. Mother Witch down, plus turns into a Piggy. Turns into her own Piggy. That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that. You turn Mother Witches into their own Piggies. Fireball goes to the Zappies. Fishboy gonna pull the egg. Not the RG. The egg protects the RG. And this gets worse and worse. Fireball's there, though. He can just Fireball this, right? No elixir for it. Decides to log instead. Mother Witch needs to touch anything for Lapo's side other than that Monk. So far, so good. Flying Machine goes down. 37 seconds left. Piggy now. Fireball didn't get the full value. Log plus a bunch of other stuff to clog that up. Fireball does not get the Flying Machine. That's huge. Not getting the Flying Machine is absolutely massive. If Lapo can get Piggies here again, he will. This is really dangerous for P2. Just opened the door right up. Piggies in, down to 5-12 to 4-31. Lapo, I don't know if he can defend this. Zappies, Fishboy. Needs to pull away and needs to get damage. Fireball in opposite direction. Piggies can't do it. Man, P2 opened up the door. Lapo tried to shove his way through. Just a little bit too much room. Or not quite enough room, excuse me. P2 with the win. What a crazy game one of that King of the Hill. The giant skeleton iffy on the tower. Yes, no webcam for this event. No, this is not a major event. They don't have that production capability. Didn't Shock play skeleton in the other set? Yeah, but the other set doesn't matter. It doesn't transfer from set to set. That Mother Witch lived forever, it feels like. Yes, it did. Lapo playing with no champions, too. Lapo could have won if he played better earlier. Yeah, Lapo, I think the big factor in that matchup was Lapo not doing a good job with his range troops and just kind of like putting them on the board and then letting the counterplay with the monk happen and just ruin them. If he had been more intentional about that earlier, but also notice that Lapo's not even playing champions. You know what I mean? Here we go, game number 2. Surgical Goblin. Steve Mick says 97K so we can open the pink box. We're not there yet. But if everybody subs right now, we'll almost get there. Remember, this is just King of the Hill. What do I think Lapo normally plays? I think that Lapo's originally a mortar player. Is this going to be Minor Muscaloon from P2? Oh, nope, it's interesting hog deck here. And again, Monk has been an iffy choice in Hog, just because it's such an expensive card to have as your mini tank. This is a very weird Hog deck, with the delivery in there as well. The knockback of the Monk cannot be underestimated with how important it is. I think Muskie's out of the range. Yes, it is. And now P2 trying to pour it on a little bit. Reflection will do its work. Hog will get one shot. King Tower activation, but assuming that P2 is running EQ, which we actually can't assume. I think that snowball might have been more effective if it had actually brought the Musketeer closer rather than further away. So Surge not going RG again, going Graveyard. And there goes the Monk. Monk gone. Although Monk, much smaller factor in this matchup because of the significant difference in range troops for Surgical Goblin. High delivery in front of the Musketeer is very nice for P2. Now Hog Rider in, Fishboy out of cycle. The body block should be enough with the Snowball. Snowball, was it necessary? Maybe. At this point, you don't want to give up. You don't want to risk extra damage being down the way Surgical Goblin is. Defensive bomb tower for the Graveyard. Cleanup mostly successful. 400 and change separating these two. There goes the EQ. Musketeer is an absolute menace in this matchup. And now Pitu is trying to pour it on. Fishboy, and yeah, look at that. Hog Rider stopped. Now dual lane pressure from Surgical Goblin. 70 seconds left. Monk goes to the right. Graveyard in, or goes to the left. Graveyard in on the right-hand side. EQ defensive. Arrows for Surge trying to make some room here. Fishboy gets on tower, though. And that skeleton shot just suddenly gives Surgical Goblin the lead as we go into triple elixir, ahead by 414 HP in that right-hand lane. Giant Skeleton with Fishboy behind. Fisherman will pull, but Musketeer doing its work on the Giant Skeleton. Snowball trying to slow down the work of that tower. The Skeletons don't get a lot, still damage in either way. Lead extended now to about 250 HP. Again, these high deliveries trying to set the line here. Musketeer in, but now Surgical Goblin's the one that's pouring it on. Pitu has had no chance for offense. He's just stuck here playing defense. Hog Rider going to do it, but too late. The Skeleton hits. Surgical Goblin gets it back for his squad. We're all tied up 1-1. Love for Kajal. Do you pronounce the J? Kajal. Pre-shout out on my behalf. Mwah. As a Dutchie, seeing Surgical play is an absolute joy. I feel you. Those musks are getting way too much value. Yeah, those musks were super, super valuable. They were super musks. They were too strong. Too strong. Dutch Gang from Cool Kid. Next team we go. Sapolo versus Surgical Goblin coming up next. Let's see if I can find... there we go. Sapolo, personal best on Legacy Ladder, 8157. On Ranked, 2851. Did get a top 300 finish a couple of seasons ago. Sapolo has been playing in a lot of amateur team competitions like the National League, which is this organization, many, many times over. Some other events like Gamergy, but primarily this has been its main one. Is Surge German? Why is he streaming Spanish? I think because he has a big following in Spanish. Here we go. Let's jump into game number 3. And Goblins Archers for Sapolo. Very shocking to see someone play those things. Sapolo plays a lot of Sparky, though. Plays a ton of Sparky. Some RG, some Pigs. But primarily Sparky. Obviously Sparky not so good in competitive. But the guy will play basically anything with a Sparky. We haven't seen much drill as of late. Drill for Surge. It's our first drill on the day. That's crazy to hear that drill be inactive in that activity level for so long, but because of the Monk's shield doing nothing. A little touchy touch on the left-hand lane. Surge ahead right now, throwing a shutout. Both towers perfect on his side of the board. Sapolo in a bit of trouble. Lucas saying, do you have any specific information, or are you just guessing that level 15 will be different than what we expect? No comment. But information has not been officially released yet. So hold your horses. Fisherman needs to get involved for Sapolo on these against these Mighty Miners. So far, unable to extricate that from these conversations. A little extra chippy chip there. Nice timing with the log for Surgical Goblin. So let's see if Surge can find a good way to block this Fisherman. Goblins will help for a moment. And Surge switches lanes here. The Fisherman brings it back. What a weird sequence of events. I don't think, I mean, I guess the lane switch may be going to try to use the bomb. But as you can see, that was just an RG flood on the right-hand side. Sapolo now has screamed past Surgical Goblin and fully in control as we go into sudden death overtime. Oh, Surgical is Dutch. Yeah, it's from the Netherlands, not from Germany. I don't know why. I just read comments. If a comment said, hey, so your name is Michael, I'd be like, yes, my name is Michael, and I really enjoy it. And then a minute later, I'd be like, wait, my name's not Michael. I'm like Ron Burgundy. Good fireball timing from Surgical Goblin. He's back in it. About 400 HP difference. Drill to the back. I guess if you're trying to get something in the front, that could be good, but in general, you just don't drill to the back. It doesn't really accomplish anything because of where the goblins spawn. That's a nice fireball against the archer, 633 to 515. And the reflection of the monk from Sapolo is huge. That reflection might be the game ender right here. Goblins trying to DPS plus log cannot afford to give away this RG shot. And now, can Surgical Goblin win it on this push right here? Prediction, fireball in, not gonna do it. Sapolo takes the win off of Surgical Goblin. And now Evad Esports is up 2-1 in our King of the Hill set. Do I watch any hockey? Not really. I used to a long time ago, but not so much anymore. You love watching... Elliot Shoemaker loves watching Surgical Goblin play. I feel you. What's the minimum requirement to get a creator code in CR? I don't know if it's like that specifically. You know what I mean? You have to have a significant presence. Let's see. Surya Bahai really wants to see what's in the case. 2 Royal Giants for 10 Elixir, new card, please, and thank you. Blech. Blech. Drill OP still. Hunter and arrows for drill. EQ for bomb tower. Fisherman for Mighty Miner. Still went too close. Drill OP. I don't think drill's really that good right now. I just don't think drill's that good right now, to be honest. Here we go. Can Sapolo come through huge today? Or will Chief Keef take us to game number 5? Stay right here and find out. Wall Breezy's one will connect. Yes, it does. What do I think of archers right now? I think they're pretty strong. They are pretty strong. And now Royal Giant. This is why I like dual mode. Also, I mean, I like Mega Draft the best. But this is why I like dual mode. Because I don't want to see 1,000 Royal Giant decks. Or 1,000 anything decks. That's a good miner out of the Fish Boy. Keep the Royal Giant from getting any help. That's bad news for Sapolo. That's really bad news for Sapolo. Going to be down 3 Elixir. And there you go. Boom. And that's fine for Keef's happy with that. You're gonna spend a little bit. As long as they get the one shot, he gets the one shot. Very, very nicely done. And Sapolo opened the door to that one just with the... Oh, the timing! Bellissimo from the Italian. Perfect timing. And now he maintains that almost 2 elixir lead. Sets up Bird to the right. Interesting time to choose to NATO. I don't think that's going to end up being a good NATO timing for Sapolo. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I eat my words here. Back to another RG, though. DPS is doing its job. Wallbreaker's left, countered. Fireball will get the value that Keith wanted. Keith now extending his lead to about 225, 227. 223? 223. I think. Whatever, you do the math. And, oh, look at that. Look at that from Keith. The prediction arrows from Sapolo after Keith defending with the Goblins multiple times. And Keith had instead gone wall breakers, and those arrows are an absolute waste. RG in. The arrows now trying to do, again, some DPS work. RG gets the one shot, and that's all that Keith needs. And this time, back to the same formula as before. Keith just keeping Sapolo on his toes here. Bad NATO. Bad NATO indeed. And now Keith just going to load up. Reflection plus birds, RG behind all of that. That miner's going to get absolutely absorbed. Fireball to clear. RG actually has more room to be healthy. The the Phoenix Burst goes. GG, well played, Keith. He's a 2-time world finalist. Let's put some respect on Keith's name for a minute. 2-time world finalist. And now, boom. He goes, hey, Sapolo, come on. Come on, Sapolo, come on. Don't try to do this to me. That's my best. That's the best I got. I don't mind archers being strong because they do the counter. Sort of. They're a little too strong for 3 elixir, though. Keith kept this cool, yes. Keith got it done. Keith got it done. Keith did the thing. Let's go ahead, see if he can do it one more time. Game 5, King of the Hill. Keith can secure the match victory for Shock-13. When was Keith a finalist? Early CRL? No, Keith was at World Finals this last year. Keith played in CRL World Finals mere months ago. And he was also at World Finals, and he made top 32 in 2021. He's a back-to-back CRL World Finalist. He made top 32 in 21 and made top 8 last year. What are you talking about? Trying to make the monk go behind the RG. Which one? Which tornado? Did I get one tornado call wrong? And safe here going Sparky. Interesting. I wonder if Keith was at all ready for this comfort. I mean, he's playing Monk against Sparky. Minor Sparky E-Giant. Hey, Phone Cat's rating on Twitch with a group of 55. What's up, P-Cats? How are you? Thanks to everyone from the P-Cat stream for hanging out. We are also live on YouTube. Got about 250 watching on YouTube, and now a little crew watching here on Twitch of, what is it? Whatever we were at before. Are we at 25 or 50 or something like that? Either way, thanks, Phone Cats. Much love. Easy King Tower activation. This should be... This is interesting. This should be pretty solid play for Keith, I think. You can NATO this hog. Keith not using the monk specifically for these Sparkies is interesting. Doesn't need it though, as you can see so far. Totally doing fine. NATOs from safe are nice so far. That Golden Knight's going to do a lot. That Golden Knight just took out like 15 things. That was all the Golden Knights just being as one Golden Knight. And now the Hog Gobs push. Hog won't do it. The big question here is going to be, can Keith prevent enough damage to be able to EQ cycle this for the win? On paper, it feels like Keith should win, but these NATOs have been just there. And this is the thing, is Keith's deck isn't that fast. Inferno Tower and Monk are both pretty heavy. So the out cycling of the NATO isn't going to be isn't as frequent as you'd expect. Good patience by Safe. Now he might pop it. Yup. Very nicely done from Safe. NATO back in cycle. Takes care of this hog. Oh, he misses the hog pool. Gives up a shot. But that, I wonder if I can still clip that. That Golden Knight dash from Safe was actually out of this world. Hog shut down. This deck from Keith is, I'm telling you, this deck's thick, boy. This deck's real thick. He's struggling more than he should on paper because of how thick this deck is. Keep in mind, no direct damage spells, but minor and NATO. I guess NATO technically is. Second hog. But minor in. GG. GG. Nicely played by Safe. Very, very nicely played by Safe. Let's go back, take a look at this moment from that game. And this is that. Is this that Golden Knight dash, or is it the next one? I think I ended up getting it. I think it's after here. Hello, Madi. What's up? Am I muted? I'm not muted. So here we go. This is this Golden Knight dash. Watch this. The timing here is just impeccable. Bing, 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 crack, game over. That's it right there. That's the game changer right there. Golden Knight is wild. Madi, not sure what your question is. And we are all tied up going into our final game. Golden Knight is cracked, bro. Golden Knight's too difficult with archers and goblins. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Phone Cats is an OG. Yes, he is. How do you tell where the miner's popping out at? I don't know. Can you actually tell that? Golden Knight for archers, goblins, but monk for Sparky. Yeah, Safe did the Golden Knight real nasty. A Sparky W versus Monk. Yeah, that's just the Monk wasn't there to counter the Spark. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he won that with just GK. Couldn't play E-Giant Sparky. Wasn't doing that much. Yeah, it was a Golden Knight win, and it really was. It was just all. It was all this one play, right? This one play opened up the whole thing. Let's see if I can get to it. Right, because at this moment, they're pretty close. They're pretty close here. But those goblins, and then we'll just watch this bing, 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 and then look at how much damage that gets. Look at how much damage that gets. At that point, recovery was nigh on impossible. Thank you to everybody from the PCats raid. Do appreciate it. Here we go. Final set. Let me go ahead and update this overlay. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Final set. Gonna go ahead and update the overlay so you see so that you guys can see that we're all tied up. In case your memory doesn't work well enough to remember that we're all tied up. You need a mini tank for both Ghost and GK. You only have one monk at a time. Yeah, the monk is hard. Can Surge get us log bait action day back to old school days? Ooh, we'll see. Let's see. The third set's going to be going back to a 1v1 draft duels. We're using in-game. Oh, it's a 1v1. Interesting. So it's a best of 3 duel between 2 players. Shock-13 banned Sapolo from the match. So Evad Esports is putting out Safe versus Titan. Here we go. Safe versus Titan to decide who wins this match. Let's get it. It's going to be a duel mode, in-game duel mode. Is Logbait good right now? No, it's not. Riley says it's not. Let me go back, because I asked in the chat earlier if Riley was going to play. Riley says, yeah, he will play in the qualifier if he can wake up early enough for it, because it's really early in the morning. What is the tournament in 2 days? The CRL qualifier? That should be what it is, just the CRL qualifier. Heard in normal stuff. And, you know what, Twitch, I might stick around and do some, a little bit of Marvel Snap after this. So, if you're watching on YouTube and want to join on Twitch after, I might do, like, a little bit of Marvel Snap to end the day. Riley is not playing today. No, Riley said he's going to play in the CRL qualifiers. He's not playing today. Here we go. Safe versus Titan. Can we switch to the gameplay, guys? There we go. Safe versus Titan. Why do you wear sunglasses, Rich? Because I have no eyes, and I don't want it to be disturbing when you guys look there and see that there's just the burning fires. When is the CRL qualifiers? The first round starts this weekend, and I'm streaming on Sunday. I'll be streaming the top 32 on Sunday. Here we go. Safe playing Sparky. Interesting situation. Back to this Minor Sparky from Safe. Minor Sparky mirror? Safe! What are you... Bro! Please tell me you have NATO if you're doing all this nonsense. Yes, you do. Alright. I don't really have a dog in this fight. I just am so curious by Minor Sparky mirror out of Safe. That's a good Minor. That's a good Miter, but Mighty Miner's going to wreck this Sparky. Either way, lots of damage, though. Safe playing what I can only describe as wild nonsense, but so far winning. Minor GK Sparky Mirror. Does Titan have Monk? No, Titan is playing the Mighty Miner. Hog will get NATO'd here very easily. There you go. There goes the King Tower activation. That didn't happen because of the Sparky beforehand. And Titan, good pressure there with the Goblins behind. Forcing out the response of the Golden Knight. Will the Archers split enough? And they do. Mortar gets controlled. Very well played there by Safe. And wow, what a crazy play. Safe is just a wild man. An absolute wild man. Now the E-Giant down, Miner to the opposite lane. Getting tanked for by the E-Giant. Those Goblins did not die because that's not what Snowball does. And now Sparky on the left, Golden Knight on the right, dogs and cats living together, and Safe taking a game with E-Giant, Miner, Sparky, Mirror. With, again, wild nonsense as Titan waves the white flag here in game number 1. GG is one thing you could say out loud. So game number 2. What does Safe run now? What does Safe run now? Pretty sure Titan's not going to run Expo as he played Log. Who's running any Expo deck that doesn't run Log right now? Titan, I mean. Right, didn't he play Log in game 1? Am I wrong? Lucas saying Sparky viable. There are some people who have their weird decks. That appears to be one of them. Titan, I've generally been told, and if maybe there's situations where that's not the case, you don't RG in the back and single. It's like a general rule of thumb. And the reason is just what you're seeing here. It gives your opponent way too much time to set up against him. Slightly ahead on Elixir, though, is Titan. And here goes the lava. Titan's probably running Lightning. And watch this Inferno Dragon just wreck this entire defense. Monk can block, but he can't reflect. So bye-bye Monk. Bye-bye Bird. Bye-bye Birdie. So sad to see you go. Bye-bye Bird. Anyone see that musical Bye-bye Birdie? I played Conrad Birdie in 5th grade. It's a strange reference for a human being to make. Loon to the right-hand side, Hunter right there. Is that the first Bye-bye Birdie reference in a stream of any sort? Certainly in a mobile gaming esports stream. World record set right here, folks. Someone called Guinness. And minions will get ruined. Safe has to not play minions when Monk is in cycle or in the Monk lane. It's a good lightning out of Titan. It's a great line out of Titan. You think a lot of value here. A lot of value, a lot of damage. That Royal Giant basically put up a tent. Camped out for a while. Here we go, sudden death overtime, 1978 to 1131. Valk Loon right-hand side. Hunter will take care of business. Loon might connect, but it's not the biggest concern. Wow, Loon can. How did the second connection happen? Oh, because the Hunter turned to the Valk. RG, huge RG, massive RG, good game called, and we're going to game number 3. That's the thing you want to have happen, folks. A lightning block is the only chance here, and is there even one? There is one with the minions. Could you lightning block with the minions and steal this game somehow? That's all I want to see is a good, but then there's the RG. Yeah, not even trying. Not even trying for the lightning right here. Tombstone could have as well. That's right. GG. Here we go. Game number 3 coming. Game number 3 coming. Let's see. In-game duels make it so hard to actually do any evaluation of what they might play in the next game. Oh, what a miner. What a miner to predict the bats. Or whatever was in the middle there. And Safe goes, okay, look at these rocks. And this is huge. 8 elixir on the board. Now 12 elixir on the board for Safe. Now just reaching 10 is Titan. Golem clone. Safe is a meme, bro. This is wild. Is he about to Expo Master 2008 all over Titan? $18-19. Can Safe make that work more than once? Now that the clone's been popped, can you win with Zap and arrows in your opponent's deck? Can you win with Zap and arrows in your opponent's deck? Playing clone, now that you've shown that you're playing clone? I guess that the Skarmy might have already like tipped the hat a bit. Lumberjack and Mega Knight is hilarious because neither of them can really kill the other one. Miner to the back, wall breakers, zapped off the bats, double connection here. And lead not quite back to Titan, but big shift. Safe's going to throw a golem in front of this. There he goes. And that's going to build up some nice little extra time, trapping that Night Witch back there. Lumberjack jumps up a little bit too much, I think, and that's a nice use of the clone at the bridge, how to win the bridge battle. And the zap, the fact that it's arrow zap makes it so hard. Titan just again trying to pressure when he can. Miner in. Is the zap available? Yes, it is. Wall breakers hit, and now Titan in the lead. Night Witch. How does Safe win this? He needs to do some crazy defensive clones and then clone again off the side of the board. Does stop the wall breaker. And the zap on the Skarmy. Dude, that zap is killing you. This is a big clone push though. With zap out, clone in. Miner on. You gotta stop the miner. Can't stop the miner. Titan gets the win. GG, well played. Zap shuts it down. And that's it. That's it, folks. That is the end of that match. SK13 with the victory. And I missed the little logo thing they had there. Whoo, boy. There we go. There we've been. And there we go. Titan should have pushed the other lane. Well, he won the lane he pushed. So there you go. He did it. He made it happen. Safe is crazy, says Ahmad. I agree. Safe is an actual crazy person. He was playing wild the whole way. He was playing wild the entire way. You know what? I enjoyed it. It was fun to watch, though. It was super fun to watch. Those of you who are on Twitch or who are on YouTube, we're going to continue for a little while. I'm not sure exactly how long. We're going to play a little Marvel Snap over on Twitch. So if you want to come and hang out and play some Marvel Snap, did that link work or does that link not work because of things? Let me try something real quick. Let me go to my channel and grab the full link. Oh, whoop, mute you. There you go. Boom, there you go. If you want to come to Twitch and watch some Marvel Snap for a little bit, I'll be doing that for a little bit. Those of you who are on YouTube, it's been so fun. I really enjoyed having you here. Here's your MVP for the day in Titan, and that's or MVP in that game. I really enjoyed having you guys here. I'll see you all. The plan is on Sunday for the top 32 of CRL qualifiers, getting ready for our first top 8 the following weekend. Keep an eye out tomorrow or Friday for this super fun matchup. The top 1 ladder player versus the top 2 ladder player. Mohamed Light, the Pharaoh himself, takes on the rookie, the talented rookie in Pedro. That's a Mega Draft mode, best of 5, coming out here in a couple days. But that's about it for those of us on YouTube. Twitch, hang around. YouTube, feel free to come join on Twitch for a little Marvel Snap. Either way, it's been a blast, and I will see y'all later. As always, be excellent to each other. Peace. All right, hang on, Twitch. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the YouTube stream here in a second. Boom, YouTube stream is ended.